What's up, coaches? In this video, we're going to talk about what it looks like to share your story. Because the reality is, you're going to find yourself in a situation where students probably going to ask you, why is it that you even follow Jesus? Like, what's your story? And it may not be a student, it could be a family member or a friend. But 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15 tells us this: always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But do this with gentleness and respect. So how we're going to do this is really pretty simple. We've got 3 categories that we want to think through. The first is I was. And in this category, you're going to talk about what life was like before you knew Jesus. The second part is then God. So this is going to be the moment when you really feel like I gave my life over to God and I allowed Him to be Lord over my life. Maybe for you, that was even when you decided to get baptized. And now is the third one. And in this category, you're going to talk about what life is like now that you follow Jesus and He's Lord of your life. So here's a tip for you. You want this to be short, concise. You don't have to go into all of the details. You don't have to share like this year and then that year and then this thing happened. We want to keep it relatively short and concise. So here's an example. Think like 30 to 60 seconds. Here's mine. Before I knew Jesus, I was honestly pretty insecure. I was constantly trying to get approval from other people or from my accomplishments, and I felt like that was just where I got all of my worth. But then I met God, and I met Him in a real way, honestly, my sophomore year of high school. And that's when I allowed Him to start being the voice in my ear, telling me who I really was. He began to show me I was so loved and valuable and I was worthy. And then now, fast forward to today, I've been following Jesus for over a decade and He's changed my life, every aspect of it. I feel peace, I feel hopeful, I've got purpose, and I can't imagine my life without Him. There are hard days, there are joyful days, but God is with me through all of it. So again, how that's broken down, coaches: I was, then God, and now. I encourage you, take a few minutes right now to just kind of bullet point out what yours would be and maybe give it a practice or two so that you can be ready and prepared with gentleness and respect to share your story when the opportunity comes. You guys are awesome.